A Japanese princess, Chernobyl, Donald Trump, and a French sex scandal. Welcome to yesterday's news, where I cover yesterday's news in 3 minutes or less. Going to cover some things that happened over the weekend. First, in Japan, setting up for some possibly big changes. Princess Aiko, the only child of Emperor Naruhito, is so popular in Japan, they are considering overturning a 1947 law that only allows men to succeed the throne to emperor in Japan. This would make her the first empress of Japan. Prior to this, women were forced to marry a commoner and vacate their titles. Now, in Chernobyl, they're talking about how a fungus may provide radiation protection for Mars mission, and I'm telling all the white people involved in this, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't go down the scary stairs with the flickering lights. Leave it alone. You find an occult object buried in the woods with some weird markings and some humming starts. Leave it alone. Donald Trump has said he's going to release his MRI results, but he doesn't remember what body part it was for, and I believe we'll get accurate MRI results about the time we get his accurate taxes and an unredacted form of the Epstein files. He also seems to be setting up Pete Hegseth to take the fall for war crimes, the same Pete Hegseth that used Franklin the Frog as a joke for when he murdered people in the Gulf of Mexico. Caroline Leavitt was caught lying about a relative of hers that was detained by ICE for overstaying a visa, saying she's not really close to her, but it turns out she's actually quite close to her nephew's mother. The Third Circuit Court has upheld the disqualification of Aline Haba as the U.S. District Attorney of New Jersey because of legal violations regarding her nomination. Also, Trump has spent $71 million tax dollars golfing so far this year. I find this the most disconcerting. Google has released an updated AI software called Nano Banana AI. Don't ask me about who's naming this stuff, but it is incredibly powerful and incredibly accurate and can not only replicate a person in picture and video, but also can replicate their voice. It is very important that if you see something that sounds outrageous, outlandish, maybe it's someone you follow or a family member even asking you for money when they normally don't, or saying things they would normally never say, you have to verify everything. And I would encourage you, especially with elderly relatives, to make sure you have a code word if they were to suddenly ask you for money or message you on Instagram when they don't ever message you on Instagram, to make sure this is going to become the new scam tool. This has become, because when I was looking at these videos and these pictures, I cannot tell. If someone didn't tell me it was AI, I wouldn't know, and our government has no interest in regulating that as of yet. If you are a travel girly planning to purchase tickets on Travel Tuesday with discounts, be very careful that you read the fine print. A lot of the Biden-era protections for travelers, including being able to get reimbursed if your flight is canceled or oversold, have been rolled back. So make sure you're reading the fine print. Make sure you don't get scammed. Many of these deals will cause flights to be oversold, and now they are not obligated to reimburse you if you cannot get on the flight that you paid for. And lastly, a French mayor has been sent to jail and disqualified for public service because he commissioned a sex tape of his rival to blackmail that person so that he could win his race. It's nice to see that France is actually holding their leadership accountable, and I will see you tomorrow on yesterday's news.